Ladies and gentlemen, due to some technical difficulties, we've had to restart this matchup, but welcome, and we're in for a big one. So we've got two teams, both on a level playing field, I'd argue. Both have had their pretty hard matchups, but I think today is going to prove who's above the other. Yes, one team is leading, but I think today's really going to show what they're made of. So let's have a look at the ladder. We've got Doing It for Denise coming in second, leading the two win teams with 1.59 KD, well above the rest there. And then we've got PB and Jakes leading the KDs with the one win teams. So both, again, on a pretty even playing field, I think. Now let's have a look at the players. We've got Christian on Doing It for Denise, coming second in the leaderboards with a 2.0 KD, 2.05 I should say. Followed by Pushka at fifth, leading his team with a 1.14 KD. And then followed by Aiden with a 1.18, and then quite far behind is Jake with a 0.52. The only player without a 1 KD in this match. So obviously a practice round to start off. Ryan,
it's good to be here. I've just noticed that
yeah, he's got bots on.
Aiden's left the bots on.
That's no worries.
There we go again. It's good to be here, Calder.
Right, no, we're starting again. Ladies and gentlemen, today we've got a big matchup. We've got two pretty even teams here. One is leading the other, but I, for one, am curious to see what's going to happen. Let's get straight into the leaderboards, I suppose. We've got Doing It for Denise, leading the two teams with a 1.59 KD and 2 wins, leading the two win teams, and then followed by PB and Jakes with a 0.92 KD, leading the 1 win teams. We've got a practice round to start off, so don't worry about that. Christian from Doing It for Denise is second on the leaderboard for the players, one of 2 players to have a 2 KD. Followed by Pushka with 1.14 KD, coming 5th. Aiden coming 9th with a 1.18 KD. And KD isn't everything, but I think it gives good tell of the performance. And then we've got Jake pretty far behind with a 0.52 KD. And as I mentioned about the KD and talking about performance, at the top of the leaderboard, we've got Ryan Malcolm with a 2.24 KD, leading the players. And I've got him here today with me. How are you, mate?
Oh, thanks, Paul. It's really good to be here, mate. I'm doing well. I'm really excited for this match. It's one team we've played and one team we haven't, and both teams were really impressive throughout the tournament. I'm looking for a big one from Pushka today. We'll see how he goes.
Well, speaking of,
he's the one to watch.
Start off with watching him, eh? What do you reckon?
I reckon running the foul.
Foul and
MP7.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good combo.
Not two very close range guns. There.
Pushing hard, and he gets taken out. That's a shame.
It's absolutely
Christian takes him out there. And Jake's pushing hard. Aiden spotted him. He's going to get taken out easily there. They know exactly where he is. And just like that.
There we are.
It was only going to happen. There was no chance of him getting away with that.
Jake's lagging from all reports here. See how he plays. I'm watching Jake's screen now. He's complaining of lag. But as so far, there has been none that's popped up for me here.
Oh, I can't check because I'm on Codcaster, but...
There's been no yellow bars, no red bars.
Both Doing It for Denise are on the left-hand side.
Okay, Jakey's got a really good view of B-bomb here.
Aiden's been very
Pushing
silent.
a little bit. Oh, Jake spotted one.
Oh, he spotted the wrong person. If he got eyes on Christian... Has he got lag, has he?
He said he did, but there wasn't any on the screen then. Oh, good chance for Pushka.
Hasn't been able to, and...
Oh!
Good shot!
Very well there.
Now, can he take out Christian? How does he approach it? Going down far left, he's been spotted. And didn't pan out. That's okay. So Doing It for Denise take a 2-0 lead.
It sounds like Jakey's legs fixed, but they're down 2-0. They find themselves a little bit of hole early here.
That's alright, people have come back from worse.
Absolutely, they have. Here
we
we go.
Comebacks in this tournament so far. But hopefully it stays pretty even pegging. Hopefully. So let's watch the current leaders. How do they approach this? So both on top of screen. Pushka's spotted them.
Yeah, Pushka's seen one here. Seems to have lost them in the foliage.
Far right of there, and
he's
taken it.
Oh, he's found it both.
What a play!
Oh,
that is a big play. Jake didn't do much there, but he didn't need to. I think he played a good distraction. Kept them both entertained. Look at him. They weren't even looking at him. The MP7 ripped him to shreds there. You love to see it. You love to see it. Now that just shows this is a pretty even matchup here.
I like to think that was Jakey's communication. I like to think Jakey saw him on his right and he said, push, you push.
You hope so, because he definitely had visual on both of them. Definitely had visual on both of them. Alright, they're pushing...
Oh, that's a really good nade off spawn. 2 really good nades off spawn.
I think I got hit a few times there. I think Jake's got visual on Christian, maybe? No. Aiden's prone.
Pushka's got one dialed in there.
Yeah,
he rips him. Pushka rips him. But Jakey's been picked off.
It's Jake. Now, where's Pushka? He's pushing down. How does he approach this? He's not been hitting these the best. He's better from a pushing angle. I think he needs to be equipping the MP7 right now. Yep, he's got it. Now, Christian's looking down the left-hand side. Oh, that was a bad idea. That's going to give away his position. And... Oh.
But he knows where he is now. Pushka's at the high ground.
Oh! One more bullet and Pushka would have had him. One more bullet. That's alright though. Once again, even though that they got those first 2 rounds up, I think it's pretty even pegging at the moment.
Yeah, that definitely. I think Pushka is certainly carrying off the rip. Jakey's up currently 0-3. But it has been even. There is real capacity here for Pushka and Jake to bounce back. It's really who holds the left side here, who holds the hill. If you get hard on this map, it's very hard to take you off it.
Well, they've both done exactly the opposite. Jake could see Christian right here and doesn't take advantage. Christian takes out both.
Was a quick round.
I'm surprised no one saw him. But it's very dense, the bushland. It's hard to get visions. But I'm very surprised that neither of them saw him there.
Now, Aiden, who is currently 1-3, has just told Jake, who is 0-4, we should just leave and let these guys 1v1. Which would be a great matchup. But I'm looking for one of these guys to step up now. It can't be a one-man show.
Who's pressing buttons real hard? Is that you?
Probably.
What are you fucking doing?
Scoreboard. Back on top of it. Jakey's shooting the wrong way. The communications are a bit
Jake
off.
takes out odds. That's a big play.
Jakey had no idea where he was then. Jakey had absolutely no idea.
Gets that. Oh, this is going to be a big play. And Jake gets taken out. That's a shame. That's a shame. That was a good chance they had there.
It just looks like the communication's a bit slow at the moment, Calder. Like,
I think
Pushy goes down on the right side.
Jake definitely had an idea of what he wanted to do. He just didn't adapt to the situation.
He just didn't quite execute.
As soon as the shots came, he's like, I'm getting there, I'm getting behind that tower. He didn't change, he didn't adapt. And that's what this game's about. It's about how you adapt to situations. And we've seen a lot of it in this competition so far.
Let's see what they do here. Jakey's gone left, Jakey's going low ground.
Pushka, oh, I thought he was AFK for a second. I got a bit worried. Jake takes out odds. That's big.
Absolutely ripped him.
Now, Christian is not expecting Pushka to come out from the top. That gives it away. Pushka's being very, very generous with those C4s. Okay, Jake needs to push left here to at least split the crowd.
Yeah. Jakey's holding bottom. Maybe they're playing for a trade here. Who's a sacrificial lamb?
Now that's just giving away Jake's position.
Ooh.
Okay, Christian's...
Ooh.
They know exactly where Christian is now. And just like that.
Push up and got him, yeah. Very well done. It's all that information. They gathered the information. Christian really needed to kill Jake with those shots, and Jakey just a bit too nimble. Get away.
I think we could have seen that round end a lot quicker if Pushka didn't give away his position with the C4. If Pushka just pushed up quietly, he could have had that shot quite easily. That's alright. They adapted and they won. So, it's working for them. Obviously, they just need to get it to 1v2. And 9 out of 10 times you'll win those. Jake!
Oh,
Pushka with shots. I thought it was Jake. Now, Ords on the left-hand side. He could get spotted here. Jake spotted him. His position's given away. Pushka's going to push around the back. And shots like that! Just easy. Easy like that.
Here we go. And all of a sudden, they're a well-oiled machine.
We've got a competition, boys.
I believe Pushka just slid around that corner and then said, easy. And I don't think Christian and Aiden have taken too kindly to that. They're going to come out all guns blazing here.
It's like I said, it's an even matchup. The scoreboards might not tell us. I spoke too soon. I spoke far too soon.
Christian's absolutely ripped there.
Jake gets shots on Christian.
Oh, he's got him. He's
now that sniper.
Yeah.
Be careful. And what was he thinking coming out of the truck like that? It was only going to end in a shot. Look. He was ready for it with a headshot as well. Oh, God. You hate to see it. That's right. 3-6.
I think there was a hint of panic there in Jakey's movement.
Oh, definitely.
He knew the sniper was on him, and
I think if they take out Pushka, it should be a pretty quick round if they're able to take out Jake as well. Oh, Christian. Bang. That was always going to happen. And he's hard push and takes out Jake as well. They weren't watching their angles. What was Pushka doing?
Yeah. And Pushka's beating himself up a little bit in between rounds there, saying he's making the same mistake every time. And it really is. Christian's getting him on the left.
Exactly right.
He's pushing up. He's getting Pushka, and then Jake, he's just not checking his corners.
That particular play, Pushka was just standing in the middle of the field, didn't look to his left. It was always going to happen. Didn't look to his right, I should say. Sorry. Pushka, he's going to get revenge here, though, I think. Takes out one.
Oh, he re-challenged.
Oh, but they went for kill.
But Christian's pushed up on the.
This is going to be a big round. Oh, Pushka's dead. Pushka's so dead. Look at him.
Yeah, Christian.
Oh. Pushka's not watching his angles.
There's just a real communication breakdown. Well, and that's a bit disrespectful for Christian, actually, that one.
Very disrespectful. But a headshot from that, you're dead. So the strategy's there. But Pushka, what was he thinking? Didn't cover up his angles, but it's okay.
There's a time to get a bit of a run on now, though.
Oh, 100%.
It's got to be this round. It's got to be this round.
Massive play. Now Aiden with the shots takes out. Jake's going to push hard.
But Jake's hit a good stun there. He knows where he is.
Jake, watch him. He's on your side, mate. Oh.
But Aiden gets shots in first.
It wasn't the time to rush. It was not the time to rush. Look, I'm trying to find positives, and there are positives, but it's just, you hate to see it. It was looking pretty even, but one team's just run away with it. We're now at match point for doing it for Denise. I'd love to see a comeback here.
I would too, mate. I don't think these teams are that far apart.
No, not at all.
I don't think it's a 10-3 result. I think
Jake's going right to enemy fire. He walked out with a sniper as well. So that's alright. Pushka takes out Ords.
Pushka stays up.
Christian's pushed hard.
Pushka has some idea where he is.
They're rotating. Christian still thinks he's there. If Pushka can get shots off here, we're going to be looking good here.
The thing that Pushka's gonna struggle with here is he's got low ground.
I don't think. Oh, no, he's been spotted, and just like that. That's it.
10-3. Probably not. Probably doesn't represent the two teams properly there. I don't think.
No, it doesn't at all.
Pushka and Jake just couldn't get anything going tonight. And
do you want to give us
Christian Aiden?
So we've got Pushka with an even 1 KD, 10-10. Jake 3-10, pretty ugly. Christian 15-5. That is going to boost him up in the leaderboards.
He continues to
And
dominate.
then we've got Aiden with 5-8. Negative, but they got the win. It's a team sport. KDs don't matter in the end. So let's open it up to the team interviews, I think.
I reckon.
Alright. Alright. Boys, well, I'd like to start off with Christian, the kill leader. How you feeling after that, mate?
Yeah, well, pretty hot, you know. I was worried about the map, you know, because Pushka's saying a lot of bushes, a lot of weird angles, but
So is this the first time you played this map?
Yeah, I played it here and there before, bit of 3v3 gunfight, but you know, not that familiar with it.
Well, you played with it very well, mate. You played with it very well.
Oh, I appreciate that. I was hoping to whip out the thermal a bit more if things are getting rough.
Thermal.
I saw the use of
thermal against the rules. I brought it out once.
I saw the use of the Desert Eagle. That was pretty filthy. Was that just to,
That was
just to taunt the enemy, or was that do you use that in play?
I bring it out here and there. It's just a bit of fun. If I'm feeling good, that's all I'll do.
Yeah.
No BM there, I swear.
Nah, good on you. 15-5. You're looking good going into the player leaderboards for the next round. Could be leading the current leader, Malks. I'd be curious. We'll have a look, but
I hope that hope that bumps my KD up. So.
Aiden, you went negative,
Yes.
but your team won. So I'm not really fussed by it, if I'm honest. How are you feeling?
Oh, let's not understate the immense
Dub to dub.
Yeah, same as the last 2 weeks. I've been carried heavily by my teammates. Yeah, no, but I thought I did a bit better than I did last week, but I probably still should have done. I was trying to use a different class, and I don't think it paid off for the first half. And then once I switched back to the old faithful, that's when I got 3 kills in a row.
What did you switch to? Was it something you're not familiar with, or was it? Have you used it in other
So
games?
I had the MP5, but I had an RPG as my secondary, but I wasn't using it, and I was using restock and two Semtex, restock and what's the other perk? Shrapnel.
Okay, yeah, very nice.
So I didn't have any long range weapon, and a few times it was I got called out when Buffy was using the FAL, and I was only using the MP5. I could not get the fire out quick enough.
Well, mate, it's alright. Like,
Become
some rounds you were a bit of a meat shield, but it paid off. Look, 10-3 is a pretty decisive victory. Good on you, bellies. Now, boys.
Yes.
Evie and Jakes. Let's start with Pushka. An even KD, 10-10.
Yeah, I know.
It's a good play, but it just obviously didn't work out today. How are you feeling?
No, it did not. I'm happy we're just continuing with this comp. In all honesty, I thought it would start to deteriorate with the shambles we've had in the previous week with people organising their games. But I'm just happy that we're keeping on going with it. You know, ready for next week.
I like it.
Happy to be here. That's it.
So, watching it, I'm not being picky, but just some of those plays Christian was getting on, you just didn't seem to be watching your angles. Like, sometimes you leave yourself wide open. Was that? Is there something going on with your confidence due to the recent games, or what's going on?
No, it's just being absent-minded. I even said to Christian halfway through the game, I'm like, if you pre-fire that bush, you'll probably get me next round. He killed me there like 5 times, I think.
Well, there we go.
There
Jake,
you go.
The lowest KD out of everyone.
Really?
No.
And
I started off at the highest as well.
I hate to say it, but this is only going to move your total KD down, which I didn't think would be possible. But how you feeling, mate?
Well, I'm really a role player here, and my role's not working.
Meat shield, yeah.
I really tried to play the meat shield, and Pushka I tell Pushka where the others are, and then he kills them. But that hasn't really been working out lately.
Yeah, well,
I think we were given one of the weaker teams in the first round. I think that really gave me some false confidence of my abilities.
well, no, look, I said it before this. Look, I couldn't have said it better myself, if I'm honest. Going into this game, I said it was going to be a pretty even matchup, even though Doing It for Denise was leading. It was pretty even the first 10 rounds, maybe. Like, I think Doing It for Denise was only up by 2. And then you just ran away with it. Oh, it wouldn't have been 10 rounds because it's 3-5, but you know what I'm saying.
Well, I reckon where we went wrong is that Aiden and I were pretty even throughout the first, 7 rounds. And then I just kept peeking Christian, and he'd kill me every time.
Well,
It'd just be 2-on-1.
Jake, you get some pretty crucial kills. The 3 that you did get, they were pretty crucial. Sometimes they weren't utilised. But look, the one moment I was kind of excited for, because when you ran straight past the truck and got sniped by Aiden, it was always going to happen. It was a pretty... you didn't think about it. We could tell you were panicked on the gameplay. But you could have had your comeuppance. You could have got Aiden in that exact same spot, but you rushed it, and then he took you out. And it hurt to see, because I thought that was going to change the whole momentum of the game.
I didn't even know he was over there.
Oh, look.
I've improved on last week, so we can only keep going up from here.
And
there you go. That's it. There you go.
That's a great end note. So we're hoping for a few more positives from PB and Jakes, and that puts Doing It for Denise 3-1.